Happy New Year, everyone, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, home of the Outback Bowl, the first football game of 2008. Matching 18th ranked Wisconsin, the Badgers are 9-3. They'll take on 16th ranked Tennessee. The Vols 9-4. Wisconsin, traditionally a strong running team, 19th in the nation in rushing. The Badgers won the toss and deferred, so Tennessee will receive the opening kickoff. Dennis Rogan, the true freshman, averaging 30 yards per kickoff return, trying to take the boot. He'll down it about 4 yards deep in the end zone.
When the Congress of the Volunteer offense gather, they look for one clear leader, senior quarterback Eric Ainge. Expect him to delegate the ball to running back Aaron Foster, protecting the borders and holding the line. The armed forces up front. This band of brothers have allowed just 4 sacks all season. Let's go, Vols. I'm Heath Schuler, and I approve this message.
Of course, Heath Schuler, the 3rd overall pick in the NFL draft at quarterback in 1994. His Vols up 1st and 10 from their own 20. Led by Eric Ainge, the 5th-year senior at quarterback. And here's Arian Foster, a 1,000-yard rusher, a flag down as Foster goes out of bounds at the 40. Penalty walk-off back to the 12. Arian Foster. Thank you very much, Matt. Ainge, a play-action pass on 2nd and 15. He's going deep and incomplete over the head of Josh Briscoe. Of 6 volunteers sitting out for an academic suspension. He's the headliner on offense among those suspended. Ainge fires, almost intercepted, threw it right into the hands of Javery McFadden. The junior to punt. David Gilreath, talented freshman return man, retreating and does not get away. Coleman, first team all Big Ten at center. From the 41, Donovan hands it off to Zach Brown. Part of that running back by committee.
Makes things happen from the quarterback position, no doubt about it.
Donovan tripped up and sacked back at the 41-yard line by Xavier Mitchell. DeMonte Bolden, who would be a starting defensive tackle among the 6 sitting out the academic suspension for the Vols. On 3rd down, Donovan has his man Paul Hubbard. 1st down, fumbles. And it's recovered by Tennessee. D'Angelo Willingham picked up the free ball and brought it back to the 34-yard line. Eric Berry knocked it out. Here come the Vols for the 2nd time in a scoreless game. Ainge on the run, and it's incomplete. 7-7 all-time in bowl games. They lost here in the Outback last year to Penn State. Foster stopped to the line. Eric Ainge takes a shotgun snap. Under duress, got it off, caught. 1st down and more. Denarius Moore off to the races. And tripped up from behind at the 27-yard line by Jonathan Casillas, who saved the touchdown.
By the Volunteers.
Both teams have had injuries in the secondary that have hurt them this year. Foster, the ball carrier, shoved out of bounds.
And Josh Daniels actually shot. He had pretty decent coverage there. That was a well-thrown ball by Ainge. Found the window and fit it through.
2nd and 6. Foster, nice bounce to the outside to the right. And he appears to have the 1st down. There's Ben Strickland. Foster circled back a bit, cost himself the 1st down. So now it's Ainge at 6'6", 220 pounds. Powering for the 1st down. To the first one with just under 10 minutes to go was returned for a touchdown that gave LSU the lead. Then Tennessee was driving to reclaim the lead. They were in the red zone when Ainge threw another INT. Here's Foster with a 1st down. He lowered his shoulder, went out of bounds, led in the 4th quarter before losing to LSU. 5th appearance in the SEC championship game in the last 11 years for the Vols. Ainge into the end zone, too high, over the head of Brad Cottom.
Just keep settling down out there and make a play, just like practice.
Gerald Jones has come in at quarterback. Generally, he runs, and he runs in the end zone for a 1st down and a touchdown.
You see the power right there.
That's the extra point, and Tennessee is first on the board. 3-yard touchdown run by Gerald Jones. 66-yard drive, and Tennessee leads 7-0. 70 degrees today. That's a little bit cooler than it's been. These teams have enjoyed perfect weather, typically right around 80 degrees all week. The Badgers have enjoyed that. They've had a very snowy December back home in Madison. Here's David Gilreath, the freshman, record-setting return man for the Badgers. And it looked like he might have been face masked. They lead the Big Ten in kickoff coverage. The kickoff return and the penalty all the way to the 22 of Tennessee. And here's Zach Brown again. What's he talking about us?
I don't know. I was looking around to see who he was talking to.
First time we've been referred to as distinguished, but it's a new year. Here's Lance Smith. First down inside the 10-yard line. Smith suspended for the 5 road games this season by the university. Donovan, the end zone, incomplete. Broken up by Brent Vincent. Second and goal from just inside the 10. Zach Brown is the tailback. Chris Presley, the fullback, leading the way. Brown, powerful, down inside the 2. He said this will not be one of our years that we'll remember defensively, but they played better the last half of the year. A flag down. Brown lunges for the end zone. Touchdown if it counts. Here, Bielema off to a tremendous start. 21-4 for the 37-year-old head coach, former defensive coordinator. Third and goal, Wisconsin, looking for a tying touchdown. Donovan runs, touchdown! The ball's out, but he's in the end zone. Makes plays, often with his feet. He made a big play on the run here to perhaps tie the game if they get the extra point. What a shot he took from Eric Berry.
Yeah. He's trying to do everything to cut him off. Donovan gets up. I hope he's okay. Looks like he got the cobwebs.
Isn't that helmet to helmet?
Well, I don't think it was incidental, though. I mean, or accidental.
We're good athletes. The dad, Brian, played high school football. Brian says he wishes his son would slide and run out of bounds more often. But that's not the way his son is wired. Here's Dennis Rogan returning the kickoff for Tennessee out to the 23.
It's pretty darn good also.
Eric Ainge out throwing, has Josh Briscoe out to the 30-yard line for a gain of 7.
Lines like tasteless and cheap shot were being thrown around.
That hasn't taken long to work up some venom between these Big Ten and SEC teams. Montario Hardesty off to the races for Tennessee. This Brown, the tight end, came in motion. And it's Hardesty straight ahead. Significantly worse defensively than they were a year ago. But they were better in the second half of the year. Quentin Hancock's wide open. He has a first down for the Vols. Down to the 17-yard line.
The angles of the safeties that they take, and they're just still learning how to play the game in the back end.
Hardesty cut back to the left. Down at the 13-yard line.
He's one of the most accurate passers in college football.
Very tight line formation there. Lennon Creer looked like Ainge tried to hand it to him. The ball got knocked out, and Nick Hayden has recovered for Wisconsin. So Tennessee went into the bag of tricks and outsmarted themselves. They turn it over.
I can understand doing that if you're not moving the football, but you're moving the ball normally.
And P.J. Hill now, their leading rusher, 1,000-yard. Hill played sparingly in the last 3 games at running back. Did not play at all in 2 out of the 3 with a leg bruise. He's a bruising runner. In speculation, he might come out. He's a junior, but he has graduated from the University of Tennessee. When we asked him yesterday, he said, I'm totally neutral. I have really no strong leaning one way or the other. Hill.
Homer says if you're a 15 to 20 pick in the top 20, go. If not, stay.
Andy Robb, 3rd down and 4. Donovan hit as he throws, and it is caught by Garrett Graham, the backup tight end.
I like the shots he's taking.
Yeah, Brenda is agonizing. P.J. Hill rumbles close to another first down. Brian Carl, Paul Chryst, the offensive coordinator, told us P.J. Hill's practiced very well leading up to the bowl game. He just wondered about his conditioning, where he hasn't played in game situations full time.
And done a great job, and that's what Wisconsin does, though. A lot of it's obviously because of the offensive line.
Here's Hill again. He certainly is not running as if he's injured. They are 9-3 in those 12 bowl games. Zach Brown, the ball carrier. Their flags down. And what a great experience they've had here. Trips to Busch Gardens. The Badgers went to the Tampa Bay Lightning hockey game the other night. Donovan under duress. His experience went downhill in a hurry. Robert Ayers, terrific career for Wisconsin. He'll leave second all-time in punting average behind only Kevin Stemke. The Bush has averaged over 42 yards per punt in his career. And Dennis Rogan stopped immediately by Josh Nettles. Ontario Hardesty will begin this series as the running back. They're a one-back team. Pass incomplete, and that's interesting. Very excited about that opportunity. Philip Fulmer has been interviewing offensive coordinator candidates. Hardesty. First 15 minutes of 2008 in the books at the Outback Bowl. Wisconsin and Tennessee tied at 7. Third down and 11, Tennessee. It's on 13-yard line. First play of the second quarter. Eric Ainge for a first down. Gerald Jones. Tennessee outgained Wisconsin 132-88 in the first quarter. Although Wisconsin had an edge in time of possession with 8 minutes and 54 seconds. That's not a surprise. Wisconsin #1 of the nation in time of possession with that strong running attack. Tight ends coach and running backs coach respectively are leaving to go with David Cutcliffe to Duke. So they're going to have 4 offensive coaching positions to replace. Likely will. Here's Hardesty out of the backfield. He's out of bounds.
You know, it's easier to call a second down play from 2nd and 3 than it is in 2nd and 10.
Your son Nathaniel is going to walk on as a quarterback at Notre Dame this season. What advice did you give him?
Have fun. You know, it's a lot of work. It's a big step up for him. You know, we're happy about it.
I know you've been enjoying the Notre Dame Fighting Irish season so much this season. What's been your take on what happened?
Well, everybody has those ups and downs.
High school prospects in the country. Hardesty ran for a first down. Then Ainge threw an incomplete pass, trying to set up a screen to Arian Foster, who's also a very good receiver. Elijah Hodge. Eric said confidently when we visited him yesterday, if he can get to a bowl game or the combine where he can throw against the other top quarterbacks, he feels he'll demonstrate heat. Fair catch made at the 12-yard line.
I've gotten him out in space, and they had him on a corner, which I like the size matchup. Here he is right here in motion.
And Tyler Donovan rolls in his direction and throws incomplete. It wound up as a fumble.
Well, I'm a fan of the trick play, but only when you need it, or if your offense is stalling, not when you're moving the ball.
Back to the I formation, and P.J. Hill ahead for 3. Raised the debate, should he be a safety or a corner? On 3rd down and 7, Donovan throws to Garrett Graham. Did the lunge get the first down?
A good sign if you're Wisconsin, because it's a non-throwing hand. But the pressure keeps coming and coming and coming.
Into Bush on the punt, as Graham did not get the first down with the lunge. Dennis Rogan handles the nose-up spiral from the 37 and brings it back for 5 yards. Ainge, a little wide receiver screen to Josh Briscoe, and he dances.
See Dr. Feelgood. Put a pad on it. You'll be all right.
He did suffer injuries, bruised hands to both hands during the year. Ainge on target. Boston Rogers the catch. DeAndre Levy the tackle. First catch of the day for Rogers. Arian Foster back in at running back. A play action fake to him. A ball to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown Tennessee. Josh Briscoe.
Touchdown Tennessee.
Both safeties. And it has been an inconsistent year of safety play for Wisconsin this year. 29-yard touchdown pass. The extra point good from Daniel Lincoln. And Tennessee is ahead again. Eric Ainge's 30th touchdown pass of his senior season. The field for Wisconsin. Britton Colquitt the kickoff for Tennessee. Gilreath from the 8. All the way across the field to the far numbers and down to the 22.
Just watch these first couple snaps and see if the exchange is solid.
Marcus Coleman is the veteran center. All-conference player in the Big Ten this year. Donovan will run. Oh! He slid underneath the hit, it seemed, of Gerard Mayo. Yep. Alan Everidge will come in.
Brett Bielema really working the officials, not worried about the hit that hurt his knee, worried about the hit because he says it's been helmet to helmet. Remember Donovan, that touchdown run where he got in? Bielema upset.
And the shot wasn't from the contact. His foot got caught in the turf with the latest injury.
Everidge, a transfer from Kansas State, trying to set up a screen. It's dropped by Zach Brown, recovered by Tennessee, and now they're saying incomplete pass.
Yeah, actually a good pass, and Zach Brown, that could be a fumble.
That was a catch and a fumble. Antonio Reynolds to Bush to punt for the third time. Not much wind in the stadium to affect the punts today. Dennis Rogan.
Wisconsin has to step up until they find out the status of Tyler Donovan, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Eric Ainge throws on the move to Denarius Moore. Only Peyton Manning and Casey Clausen have thrown for more yards passing than Eric Ainge. Oregon native, the nephew of Danny Ainge, director of basketball operations for the Boston Celtics, and almost certain to be the executive of the year in the NBA this year with the Celtics' success. Danny asks a lot of questions about things that happen in Tennessee football games. He's a great student of all sports. Play action pass by Eric, dumps it off in the flat. Denarius Moore with a lot of running room. That was way too easy for Tennessee on third down. Tennessee moving ahead 14-7 in the second quarter. Ainge with a lot of time, throws, has another man wide open. It's Brad Conham inside the 10. Touchdown Tennessee. Missed the first 9 games with a broken wrist. The extra point is deflected and had enough to get up and over. Looked like Elijah Hodge got a hand on it, but it's still good for Daniel Lincoln. 2 touchdown passes today for Eric Ainge. 6:15 to go in the first half of the Outback Bowl in Tampa. The Vols leading the Badgers 21-7. As the sun comes out in Tampa, Florida. Andy Crooks, a backup tight end, fielded the short kickoff. Tyler Donovan back on the field. At quarterback. How many times can he get off the canvas? P.J. Hill. He said Travis Beckham might be as big an impact player as any player in the country on offense.
And those 3 biggest games against Michigan, Ohio State, and Illinois.
They throw to the other tight end, Garrett Graham. And it's a first down to the 44. And that was well after the ball was released. And the last time he got hurt, it was on a scramble.
Well, but still, he's taking his shots.
Yes, he is. And one of the shots was when he scored a touchdown. He gets swung around and dropped by Dan Williams. Paul Christ has some connections in Canada. He's already sent some tapes up there with Tyler's ability to be mobile. His skills might suit the CFL game. After the fake, dumped off to Garrett Graham. Coaches are very high on Graham, the sophomore from Brick, New Jersey. 3rd down and 2, perhaps 4 down territory here for the Badgers. What a move by P.J. Hill behind the line of scrimmage. Looked like they had him trapped. The last 3, they've averaged over 31 points per game, the best 3-year stretch in Wisconsin history. 2.5 minutes to go. The Badgers moving down by 14 points. 2nd and 6 for Donovan. Has a man open. Kyle Jefferson. One of the Vols lost a helmet. It's Ryan Carl. Luke Swan remains very much a team leader. It was a big blow to them when they lost the senior wide receiver at Illinois in their first loss of the year. P.J. Hill down near the 4-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go. The announcer introduced him as Palima. So he's still making a name for himself in his 2nd year as the head coach. Donovan, the throwback, has a man wide open. Touchdown, Wisconsin, Andy Crooks. First catch of the year for Andy Crooks. Melhoff the extra point. Donovan has run for a touchdown and now thrown one to the senior from Wausau, Wisconsin, Crooks. And it's a 7-point game of the meeting. I don't recall that.
You are the master.
Melhoff the kickoff. Dennis Rogan the return. And a nice run back. 54 seconds left in the half. Tennessee did not use the timeout. They might have had an additional 25 seconds or so here in this possession with good field position.
Right there, a big play. Good read on a quick screen by Casillas.
He's a junior from New Brunswick, New Jersey, one of 10 children. He said he thought he had about 9 family members here today. 25 seconds to go in the half. 7-point lead for Tennessee. Ainge out of the gun, and it's incomplete. Off the hands of Josh Briscoe.
Just let it hit. You can run out the clock.
Britton Colquitt trying to punt it away from the talented Gilreath, who does get away from the ball. And it takes a Tennessee roll all the way down to the 12-yard line. For Colquitt's the top 4 all-time in punting. And Donovan takes a knee, and he'll get a well-earned breather in the locker room at the half. Tennessee leading Wisconsin 21-14. Now a steady stream of quality information from Reese Davis and Robert Smith. It's the Flomax halftime report. Had not played much in the last 3 games, appeared in only 1 of the previous 3, but he had 49 yards rushing on 10 carries. Second half is underway here at the Outback Bowl. David Gilreath returning the kickoff for Wisconsin. And the freshman did well to make it back to the 23-yard line. Brett Bielema told us this season almost every time when he's been on the field before the game and had the handshake with the opposing head coach, the other coach has said, I love the way your quarterback plays. And you know that Philip Fulmer has to admire the gritty effort by the opposing quarterback.
The shots that he took, one on a touchdown run and one when he took off on a 3rd down and tried to get the 1st down where he got his other knee bent backwards.
Donovan was 7 out of 9 passing in the first half. Brown across the 30, but short of the 1st down.
Probably cover him if he's not on a blitz right now. He's in motion.
Donovan under duress, dumps it off. 1st down, Kyle Jefferson.
And they don't capitalize on points, which they could have in the first half, but they do hold the football.
Beckham doesn't have any catches, but 2 other tight ends, Graham and Crooks, have combined for 5 catches. Donovan threw a sinker shy of Kyle Jefferson. He has become a prolific pass catcher and a much improved blocker as his career has gone on. Only in his 2nd year at the position, so plenty of room for improvement. Donovan looked in his direction, then pulled it down and gets to the 45 for a gain of 6. Opening possession of the second half. The Badgers trail by a touchdown. They trailed by 14 in the first half. Donovan's pass is batted down and is incomplete. John Chavis, we said earlier, said it hasn't been a year to remember defensively for Tennessee, but they haven't had a dominant pass rusher, and they have a lot of young people and injuries in the secondary, and that's a dangerous combination when you're on defense. The Bushes punt.
Juice Williams, Mendenhall, Aurelius Ben. Can they match the power of the SC Trojans? Stay tuned.
Arian Foster wrapped up by Casillas. Started to get away, and then O'Brien Schofield.
Take their finest effort. SC's skill level positions are outstanding, and their defense is ferocious.
Ainge under pressure, threw it low for Brad Cottom. Wisconsin fans making noise on 3rd down and 16. Balls from their own 19-yard line. Ainge swings it out wide for Arian Foster with a lot of work to do. Did some, but not enough here. Colquitt. Short. It was high. It took a good bounce and went out of bounds. Wisconsin from their own 38-yard line. The Badgers down 21-14 here in the 3rd quarter. Donovan flushed. Running for his life again. And turns it into a quality gain and ducks under another hit along the far sideline. He does come flying in with that helmet. Frequently, it seems, leading the way. Zach Brown gets nothing. Stacked up. But the other areas were pretty close.
Yeah, I agree with him. And I do. It's tough to find defensive linemen, especially defensive tackles.
Donovan's pass batted down by Gerard Mayo.
Separation was created. Mayo made the play.
Wisconsin gained 8 yards on 1st down, but did not get the 1st down. on that possession, and the Bush's punt goes into the end zone. 21-14, and the Vols come up 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. The pitch back to Arian Foster, and the junior from San Diego.
One of the things Wisconsin doing 1st down, they're bringing the safeties up an 8-man box, and Tennessee's getting nothing as far as push off the football.
So Ainge throws it in the flat. It's caught for a short gain. Josh Briscoe. He grew up with Joe Thomas, the great offensive tackle, now in the NFL with the Browns. Ainge throws, 1st down. Austin Rogers, sophomore from Nashville.
He's been late. Instead of making the tackle, he's let the receiver go for a 1st down because of poor angles.
Ainge twisting and turning and trying to set up Arian Foster, and now they're dealing with these suspensions. Started out 1-2, 1-3 in a row, got routed at Alabama. Philip Fulmer had a team meeting.
Fortunately for Tennessee, they went the right way.
And they felt like they should have won the SEC title game against LSU. They feel like they gave it away. Ainge under a blitz, but he's done a nice job of kicking it away from the dangerous Gilreath. This one is right to Gilreath at the 21. Waiting for help. Gets a block from Josh Nettles. Gets another block on the corner. And runs out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Pretty sure that was not a member of your family. Lance Smith into the open. They've had a very hard time getting the running game going. The worst under John Chavis against the run. They're giving up 163 yards per game rushing. That is the worst number in Chavis's tenure as the coordinator since '95. Smith again.
When you get against a good football team, they'll exploit that in a hurry, and that was the big problem at the beginning of the season, was their gap integrity on defense.
Tyler Donovan to pass on 2nd and 7. Throws incomplete for Kyle Jefferson, who was open. 3rd and 7. Wisconsin to the Tennessee 40. Donovan given plenty of time that time, and it's another drop ball by Jefferson. That one could not have been more well thrown.
He's been playing all year. Make the play.
Yep. Stepped in when Luke Swan was injured. The Bush is punt, and there's Ben Strickland in the right place again to down it at the 1.
FCS national champions.
Balls from their own 1-yard line. Montario Hardesty, the running back, and he just did get out of the end zone. Ainge out of the shotgun in the end zone. Almost to the back line of the end zone and throws incomplete. 3rd down and 9. Tennessee from its own 2. Dumped off short to Chris Brown. He slips down as he crossed the 5-yard line. Punt from the back of his end zone. And it's a good kick. Gilreath retreats to his own 42. And excellent coverage by Tennessee as well. Team for a terrific year on their way to the playoffs. On 1st down, it's P.J. Hill. Well, Chris Spielman said during the commercial, 1,000-yard rusher each of his first 2 seasons. The only others to do that at Wisconsin, Anthony Davis and Ron Dane. Under 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Neither team has scored in this half. Donovan on a design run. Gets about 7. Chased to the boundary by Jonathan Hefney.
I mean, that's the type of athlete she is. Pick up a golf club and play with you.
He said it was about a 100-yard hole up the hill, so they didn't know that it went in the cup till they got up there and couldn't find the ball, and they looked in the cup, and his mom had a hole-in-one. 1st and 10. 23 yards on 2 carries on this drive for Hill. Donovan again, running right. Lunges ahead. We talked at the top of the telecast about the idea that the Big Ten can't compete speed-wise against some of the top teams from other conferences, particularly the SEC.
Last year, when we're talking about Ohio State got beat last year because they got beat physically in every part of the game. Had nothing to do with track meets.
3rd down and 3, and they convert.
Just a little different mindset coming in this game because they did get humbled in a big way by Florida last year. They don't want that to happen to them again.
P.J. Hill on 1st and 10 from the 15. Minute and a half left, 3rd quarter. Neither team has scored since halftime. Tennessee had a 14-point lead, 21-7 in the 1st half. The Vols have not trailed. And Hill showing that he's pretty nimble for a big guy.
And they'll continue to have that competition. And PJ started practicing a little bit better when we saw Zach Brown and Lance Smith practicing pretty well.
Big play here, 3rd down and 5 from the Tennessee 10. The toss back to Smith. Flag down to the corner. He's down to the line of scrimmage. Got another very good year, 20 out of 24. He's the most accurate field goal kicker in Wisconsin history at 76.6%. And he hooks that one through. Melhoff will kick off to Lennon Creer and Dennis Rogan, a couple of freshmen back deep for Tennessee. Good kick, high and deep. Takes Creer about 5 yards deep in the end zone.
Colt Brennan, you can say what you want about his release, this, that. The one thing I know, he's accurate. Very accurate.
Ainge is accurate as well, and that was right off the shoulder pads of Josh Briscoe. Some injuries. It averages out to almost 65% with Cutcliffe, 51% before David came back. Oh, trouble with the pitch by Hardesty, and he falls on it. We head to the 4th at the Outback Bowl. 21-17 Tennessee. Offenses didn't do much jumping around in that 3rd quarter. Tennessee had only 11 yards of offense in quarter 3. And they open the 4th quarter with 3rd down and 16 from their own 14-yard line, leading 21-17. Ainge throws a bullet. Josh Briscoe a 1st down out to the 35-yard line. 5 catches for Briscoe. Ainge has already graduated, did so in December with a degree in political science, better than a 3.4 grade point average.
That's where he would really help himself whatever all-star game he goes to, so he can go eye to eye and toe to toe with his competition once the draft comes around.
Forced to scramble and throws back over the middle, incomplete. They converted a 3rd down and 16 a moment ago. Now 3rd down and 8. Wisconsin showing blitz, and they bring it right up the middle. Ainge got it off. 1st down. Denarius Moore pulled out of bounds by Josh Nettles. Tennessee to the Wisconsin 39-yard line. Ainge with time again. Throws short for Briscoe to the 34, gain of 5.
Well, he did a good job of holding on to that one that time. Backpedaling out of Ben Strickland's reach and able to throw the ball. And Greg Atkins, the offensive line coach, has done a real nice job.
Arian Foster, 1,000-yard rusher this year, pulled down by Jonathan Casillas.
As a play action when you have a guy like Ray Rice.
3rd down conversion of this possession for Eric Ainge and the Vols. Doesn't have anywhere to throw it. Now throws it. And it is caught by Briscoe, but he's out of bounds. It's passing now with 304. Blitz again. Quick throw again. 1st down again. Gerald Jones all the way to the 15. And Jones lines up at quarterback. 2 carries for 39 yards against LSU in the title game. Scored a touchdown earlier out of the quarterback position.
Which allowed Foster to get 6 because Casillas was a non-factor.
12th play of the drive started at their own 20. Jones keeps it. There's nobody to pitch it to, and Casillas swings him down. I wonder if there's something. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with Ainge. 3rd down and 7. When Jones is in there, it's almost definitely going to be a run, and Wisconsin knows that. Matthew Shaughnessy made the tackle, who expressed their support of Philip Fulmer because he was taking so much heat. They felt he needed that support.
Yeah, I think he deserves it. He got it. But
Lincoln's kick is blocked by Elijah Hodge. And Ben Strickland falls on the ball out at the 27-yard line.
I don't know how much Al likes defending 5 wide receivers, though. That's kind of opposite of the type of guy Al is.
P.J. Hill bowling over Tennessee Vols. 15 carries, 82 yards for P.J. Hill. He's the lone back. 2 tight ends on the field for the Badgers. Hill again showing that shiftiness behind the line. Looking to go. Hefney and Berry, and it's Hefney who tracks him down at the 18-yard line. 16 carries, 132 yards for the 227-pounder. Lance Smith, the tailback. He dances to the right and gets next to nothing. Under 8 minutes to go. Wisconsin has not led in the game. They're poised to take the lead here. In the red zone at the 17-yard line of Tennessee. They hand it off to Smith on that fly sweep, and he's in trouble and dropped for a loss by D'Angelo Willingham. Zach Brown is the running back. Four-man rush for Tennessee. Donovan with time, throws. It's caught, but short of the first down. Travis Beckham's first catch of the day. They're 9 out of 15 this year on fourth down. And it's Donovan on a design rollout. And now he's looking for help. And he is out of time and throws it away.
Flat, solemn, low energy, particularly that Tennessee defensive bench. Chris, you mentioned that they've been on the field so much, so little time to relax. And Terod Mayo, who made that big play there, was really hurt. He had come out earlier with a shot to the groin.
Foster carried on first down for 4. Ainge faked it to him that time. Throws while retreating. Here's a third down and 6. 5:12 to go. Tennessee leads by 4. On their own 14. Ainge trying to set up a screen. Foster bursts through the defense. First down. As he rolls out to the 29-yard line. David Cutcliffe in his last game at Tennessee. He'll leave to be the Duke head coach. He is very excited about that opportunity. Believes they have the potential to take that program, and as part of it helps, it's been a dead period in recruiting, so he doesn't have to worry about being on the road recruiting for Duke. Foster tackled by Elijah Hodge. 3.5 minutes to go. Third down and 4. Ainge dumps it off. Here's Briscoe with another third down conversion, and he flies into Wisconsin territory. Badgers saying that he fumbled, and they have the ball, and the officials are conferring, and they do have the ball. Jay Valai came away with it.
Legal play. That's a legal play, and it's an excellent call because Cottom comes across the line of scrimmage, picks off Strickland, drills him. Nobody's accounting for the Briscoe who's coming in motion.
After review, the ruling on the field is reversed. The Wisconsin player did not have possession of the ball inbound. It'll be first down for Tennessee at the 40-yard line.
I think they got it right. I just can't understand why it took so long. And then the clock runs with 3:10 to go. Arian Foster. No gain on the play. When we spoke to Arian yesterday, he said, I've only fumbled 4 times, but some of them have been in key spots. But Wisconsin coaches said they've been working on batting the ball away from Foster because they think he is fumble prone. It has been very entertaining and closely contested. Here's a big third down now. 3rd and 15 for Tennessee. At the Wisconsin 45, the Vols lead by 4. They do keep it on the ground. Arian Foster breaks a tackle, then gets pulled down. When Mayo hammered Donovan. Pooch punt, and a good one by Colquitt. Where are they going to mark it? All right, Reese, thank you. Here, a minute 26 to go. No timeouts. Wisconsin needs to go all the way and score a touchdown if they're going to pull this one out. It's dumped off short to Kyle Jefferson, and the freshman is chopped out of bounds. So as you can remember, about age 5 or 6, listening to Badger games on the radio, when he finally went to Camp Randall Stadium, he knew he wanted to be the quarterback for the Badgers. In his last game, trying to lead them to a dramatic victory, the pass incomplete. In traffic, Nevin McKenzie and give John Chavis and the coaching staff credit, and the defensive players. They've done a very good job taking away Beckham. He's wide to the right as Donovan drops on 3rd and 7. Completes it. First down. Garrett Graham. Good run after the catch. They swung him down, but he went forward to the 36-yard line. And now the clock runs on their own 36. Still 64 yards to go. A field goal does them no good. Graham again. And he's short of the first down, and that hurts them because the clock goes tick, tick. And Philip Fulmer says, wind the clock. It was a first down. The chains are set. The clock should be running. 40 seconds to go. Donovan throws, caught, and then Beckham takes a hit out of bounds. Are they going to throw a flag on that? The Badger sideline wanted it.
Oh, I think you let that one go. He doesn't give him a nasty blow. He touches him, and he
can't hit him at all, Chris. 2 yards out of bounds.
His feet were in the air before he left out of bounds, before he landed out of bounds.
Now flags thrown. Both sides want the penalty in their favor here. It's in single season reception record.
On a defense, number 91. 5-yard penalty.
75 catches for Beckham. It was Ayers who was offside. Zach Brown, the running back. Four-man rush. One came off the edge. Deep ball. It is intercepted. Antonio Wardlow, a backup safety. Sophomore from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, picked off a pass intended for Paul Hubbard, and that should do it for Tennessee.
Backpedal so he can read the quarterback, and of course, like all DBs should do it, and all DB coaches want you to do, catch the ball at his highest point, and I like this decision.
Donovan played valiantly. But in the end, it was Eric Ainge, Philip Fulmer, and the Volunteers who emerged victorious. Eric Ainge is our Capital One player of the game. 365 yards on 25 out of 43, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. And a nice way to end his career, to bounce back after the difficulties in the SEC title game when he threw 2 costly fourth-quarter interceptions. Final score here at the 2008 Outback Bowl is Tennessee 21 and Wisconsin 17. Coming up next, college basketball, Cincinnati versus Louisville.